Hello and welcome. I am Mundane Failure and this is Green White Humans. Let's play. Today we're playing some Green White Humans in MTGA Alchemy. I wanted to give a few of these cards from Alchemy a try, and so we're going to be playing this deck. So first thing to note, we are playing 36 creatures, no spells in this deck, because our creatures provide a lot of utility. That might be wrong, but I wanted to play with as many of the new spells as possible, new creatures as possible, and so that's what we're doing. So we'll just go through the curve. 2 Chaplain of Arms and 4 Usher of the Fallen, just premier 1-drops in the human stack. No need to go over those. Captain Eberhardt here, brand new card from Alchemy, double strike, 1/1. Spells you draw this turn cost 1 less to cast, and then spells your opponents drew this turn cost 1 more to cast. It's just a good taxer similar to Thalia. Intrepid Adversary, card we've always been playing in humans. Sigardian Evangel. When it ETBs, conjure a card named Sigardian Evangel into your hand. Discard that card at the beginning of the next end step. When it ETBs, you may tap target permanent you don't control. So it just conjures a copy of itself into your hand, and if you have 4 mana, you can play 2 of them. If you have 6 mana, you can play 3 of them. Unfortunately, if you draw this and get discounted from Captain Eberhardt, the copies still cost 2. 3 Thalias, 2 Antique Collectors, also a new Alchemy card. Can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. When it ETBs, creatures you control perpetually gain. When this creature dies, you may shuffle it into your library if it's in your graveyard, and if you do, investigate. It's just a good way to protect your board against board wraths. 3-drop slot, we're playing 4 Brutal Cathar, 4 Elite Spellbinder, 3 Adeline, pretty run-of-the-mill there, and then we're playing 4 Grizzled Huntmasters. When it ETBs, you may exile a creature card from your hand. If you do, you may search your hand in the library for any number of creature cards with the same name, and exile them. Choose a creature card you own from your sideboard. Conjure a duplicate of that card into your hand for each card exiled from your hand. We'll go over the sideboard in just a second. And then we're playing 3 Inquisitor Captains, which is the new Collected Company-esque card. When it ETBs, you may you're going to seek 2 creatures with mana value 3 or less, which all of our creatures are, and you get to pick one, put it on the battlefield. We are Snow Deck. We're playing Faceless Haven. Even though it's nerfed, it's still very playable. Sideboard here, we've just got a good suite of cards. We got another Captain Eberhardt, another Intrepid Adversary, another Sigardian Evangel, our 4th Thalia, another Antique Collector, a Redain, and then the 4th Inquisitor Captain. So we're effectively running like 7 Inquisitor Captains with Grizzled Huntmaster. So that's the deck. Let's get into the games. Alright, we got a hand here on the play that is fairly keepable. We will lead with our white source, Usher of the Fallen, go. Hopefully we draw some more colored mana here. And see what the opponent's on. I'm just going to play out the second Usher of the Fallen here. It's not super mana efficient, but it does put the most power on the board. Geist Channel. Enters the battlefield, choose an instant in your hand with mana value 3 or greater. It perpetually costs less to cast. You just want to clear the way here and get in for damage. Inquisitor Captain would be nice to play next turn if we draw a land. Otherwise, I'm not sure what we're going to do. Here's my command. So they get to activate again. That is the downside of playing Brutal Cathar there. Discover the formula. Goodness gracious. Yeah, we will definitely make that cost more. So at the very least it costs 4. Reduce the cost of all the cards in their hand. Interesting. That it applies to both sides, like including the land side. Alright, what do we seek out here? Adeline's a good draw. get in for damage here. See what the opponent's caught. Opponent has some good cards in their hand. They do need to find a way to deal with our board here, though. Burn it down the house, deals with the board. If we find a snowland, we can attack with the Faceless Haven. We do not find snowland, but we do find Thalia, so that's at least gonna increase the cost of their spells. Any snowland off the top would be very nice. Geist Channeling for 1. Might be fun to play around with that card. Not a snowland. It does give us access to green. Can't really attack through the Geist Channelers. We got a lot of good draws in the deck. It's costs. Okay. 2 mana Unexpected Windfall that generates 2 mana. So interesting that the client shows us that Unexpected Windfall is in their hand, but it does not show us that it costs 1 less to cast, which we know it does. What do they flash back here? They got a lot of spells that cost less to cast. They're gonna leave burn down the house available to them. And I think we're just gonna scoop them up here. They got a Leer, they got plenty of value. Yeah, this is a fine hand. Start with Usher of the Fallen here. Thalia on 2, good against most decks. Let's see if they have a creature here. No creature. We get the Adeline. Get in for 5. And they just scoop it up. We'll take that. Got a pretty decent hand here. Unfortunately, we're on the draw, but nothing we can do about that. Hello, opponent. They are also seeming to be playing humans. Oh no, they're probably playing the green-white life gain deck. I lied. Another fun deck. Faceless Haven, we'll play that out. Captain Everheart. Hopefully gonna reduce the cost of some cards that we draw. Definitely nice that it increases the cost of some of our opponent's cards. So they're playing white-black clerics. Interesting. So we need a Brutal Cathar to deal with this Voice of the Blessed. Adeline not going to do much for us, but it is a thick butt. I think our best bet is Inquisitor Captain, hope to find a Brutal Cathar. Oh man. What a combo. Well, we can't really afford to take 13 here. I will trade both of my creatures. Now, let's go for the Inquisitor Captain. And no Brutal Cathar. So we're just dead. Here is a pretty decent hand. I'd like to find another, like an untapped land. So would we rather have Thalia on 2? I think so. I twitch. Let's play out the Thalia. I'd like to find a land here. I want to get in for 1. No land for us. Get him for 2. A Meat Hook. X1 gets us next turn, but not this turn. Okay. They give a creature in their hand +3/+0. It would have been nice. Well, we can at least tap down their Eye Twitch. Get in for 4 here. They can Meat Hook if they've got it, and that does wreck us pretty hard. Yep, there's the Meat Hook. It's a bit unfortunate. Nothing we can do about it though. Still no land. Quite unfortunate. New Grizzled Huntmaster can let us turn a creature in our hand into a creature from our sideboard. Redain could be pretty nice. Nighthawk Scavenger shuts us down pretty good. Still no land. I mean, the chances of not drawing a land this many turns in a row is pretty astronomical. Beginning of... Ooh, so both sides get the +3/+0. So I wonder if they're just going to flip to get the 6-power lifelink. No, they're going to take the card. Oh my goodness. This is brutal. The longer this game goes on without us drawing our 3rd or 4th land, the less likely we are to win. Eye Twitch for the opponent. Double Eye Twitch. Nighthawk Scavenger. Okay, so they're gonna flip here. Sacrifice a creature, gotcha. I might have just flipped there. Necrotic Fumes. Deals with our Brutal Cathar. There's no way they pop that up now. Yeah. I think we just lose here. Well, this is awkward. After last game, though, I don't think we can mulligan a hand that has 4 lands away. Or we're just going to get stuck. Unfortunately, we don't get to really start playing the game until turn 3. But I think that we have to deal with it. Geist Channeler deck again. Oh, let's start with Athalia here to tax them. Let's go with an Adeline. Kindred Denial. Costs 2 less. No attacks for us. That probably just found them another Kindred Denial. Let's go with a Guardian Evangel. I imagine this finds a counterspell as well. No. Well, that's nice. We get to get in for 2 here. Opponent, I imagine, has something here. Faithful Absence. Would I rather draw a card or make a 3-1? I think I'd rather make a 3-1 this turn, because I can still draw a card later. And then we discard the Evangel. So this just, like, straight up makes Evangels. So, like, if there's a way to shuffle this card back into your library, I wonder if there's a deck that just, like, wants to make a bunch of Evangels. Reducing the cost of Witness the Future seems really good with the Geist Channeler. And just cycling your deck. Alright, let's go with the 3/3. Inquisitor Captain. I guess they could have a reduced cost Jawari Disruption, potentially. A reduced cost Divide by 0, maybe? Nope. Okay. Let's gain protection from a Wrath. Get him for 6 here. Okay, interesting. So next turn I think the plan is Elite Spellbinder plus Thalia. Even if they have a Doomscar here, we get to make a bunch of clues and shuffle our creatures back into our library. Fateful Absence. I will take the action. Alright, let's see what they got in their hand. Doomscar, Divine Purge. So we don't want them to have Divine Purge. So we'll just get in for a bunch here. Take action. We gotta start cracking these clues before they Divine Purge. Which currently costs 3 more to cast. Doomscar's fine. We will shuffle our stuff back in. Like to find a land here. No land. So we will just Usher of the Fallen. And if they decide, okay, that's fine. If they decide to Divine Purge, it does get rid of all of our clues. Okay, they do not Divine Purge. That is ideal. Let's see. Let's go with Inquisitor Captain here. Absorb energy is fine. Because at least they're not getting a bonus from it. Or if they do, it's very minimal. We can just make a bunch of Sigardian Evangels here. And the copies do not get the perpetual text. If they decide to Wrath the, if they decide to Divine Purge here, the copies cost the same, the regular amount. So it costs 4 to put one into play. But then the next 2 copies only cost 2. Man, this card is really good. And then next turn we can play 3 more, and then the turn after we can play 3 more. Like, this is just insane. And then we've still got one in our hand. Divine Purge again, so you're just going to put a bunch more. Oh, interesting. So it costs even more to cast. Well, I mean... divide by 0. I'll still cast one here. And then we've just got a bunch in our graveyard. So, like, if there's a way to, I don't know, do something with the copies in our graveyard. I feel like there's a way to break this card. Let's go and make a bunch of 3-1s. Absorb energy. We'll just play out the 6 cost one. Give it 3 here. Discover the formula. Reduce the cost of everything in your hand by 1. So that effectively costs them 1 mana. That's why this card is so good. Even if they play blockers, we can deal with the blockers with our Guardian of Angels. Let's start by getting in for 6 here. Actually, let's start by getting in for lethal here. Fateful Absence. We really don't need to commit to the board here, so we're not going to. Okay, expected conversion. Another new card. Draw 2 cards. You may exile an instant or sorcery from your hand. And seek an instant or sorcery. They exile a Miria's Call. So it looks like they're looking for a Wrath, but even a Wrath doesn't do it for them here. Divine Purge again. Should have cracked the clue. They do have a Field of Ruin. I mean, let's just make a bunch of Guardian of Angels. Like, this is the card you just can't get rid of. Actually, we just get to win here? Unless they have Fateful Absence or some way to remove a Faceless Haven. Tap it for Snow Mana. Resolve that trigger. Find Snow Mana. Good game. Good game. Yeah, so we're just going to power up the Faceless Haven there and get in for lethal. Yeah, this is like just a really good curve for us. Especially on the play. Nice little wolf pup. Sleeve. Let's go ahead and tax them. Get him for 2. If they play a creature, we get to eat it. And then get him for 4. And then we can turn this Chaplain of the Alms into something better. I don't know if we want Wrath Protection against this deck. We might. It's Guardian Evangel. Let's go ahead and turn this Chaplain of the Alms. And then we probably don't want to draw anymore, right? Like, let's just turn it into an Antique Collector. Yeah, we'll attack all. Tenacious Pup. Question is, do we just play it as a Guardian of Angel here as a 3/1 just to get the value? Oh no, Captain Eberhardt, of course. Antique Collector. We'll just play some defense. Demon Bolt. You got it. No attacks here. We'll just play some defense. Opponent does nothing. They flip their dude. So we can make 2 Sigardian Evangels here. There's nothing we can do with the 1 mana, but we may as well play the cheaper one out. Does this have double strike? It does have double strike. Get him for 4. Wow, I can't believe they just let us get him for 4 there. Thought for sure they were going to block. Ranger class. They get to put a counter on something when they attack. It does have vigilance. We're just going to take 3. Guardian Evangel. Tap down to 3/4. Tap down to 3/4. Captain Eberhardt trades very well. Not very well, but he trades. Lethal. Ooh, lethal. Didn't even count it. I don't need to count it. Math is for blockers. You got it, opponent. This hand does stuff, I guess. Like, it does bad stuff. Like, maybe we draw a 2-drop here. Maybe we don't. Got 2 turns to draw a trash creature to replace with Grizzled Huntmaster. That's not a trash creature. I think that's fine just to run out. Like, it's totally reasonable to just play this out on 2. Fearsome Wells, they're playing dragons. Do we want to replace Captain Eberhardt with something? Got Redain, which is going to make their stuff cost more. Oh. I think we just Captain Eberhardt here. Maybe we should be playing more than 4 copies of removal. That's a dragon? Interesting. Never read the text before. Antique Collector's a good draw. But we're just going to Inquisitor Captain here. Let's see what we get. We get a Brutal Cathar. Get to exile that. And the opponent just scoops it up. Interesting. I don't know if it was scoop time. Yeah, this is just like a good curve. I think I'd rather get Captain Eberhardt down on 2, so we're going to play the Farmland here. Definitely white mana here. Removal for the captain. That would be unfortunate. Okay, Fateful Absence. Could be worse. Looks like we're probably playing against some kind of red-white control list. Let's look at their hand. Goldspan Dragon. Well, we'll take the Brutal Cathar. Town Razor Tyrant. We're gonna take 2 here. We will Brutal Cathar with Town Razor, which is a dangerous play, because if they remove our Brutal Cathar, they get it back. Yeah, that was a dumb play. This hand is fine if we find some land. Start with the Faceless Haven, I guess. Because if we find a Plains off the top, we want to play this on green. If we find a Forest off the top, we want to play it on white, so... Just play out the Intrepid Adversary as a 3-1. Fading Hope. You got it. Prosperous Innkeeper. What could they be playing here? We'll Brutal Cathar. If they're playing the life gain deck, I don't want them to have something that lets them gain life. Fading Hope, at least they have to use their treasure. What could they have for 4 mana here? Settle the Wilds. Seek a basic land card, put it on the battlefield tap, then seek a permanent card with mana value equal to the number of lands you control. It's the Inquisitor Captain to get 2 creatures out. Yeah, we'll Antique Collector. Gives both of our dudes Wrath, like protection. Makes them better blockers, realistically. Key to the Archive. So it looks like we're just playing against like a ramp deck. They get something. Some kind of control card, realistically. We find a Chaplain of the Alms. That's Brutal Cathar, which they know about. Oh, I thought we had an extra white source. What are you gonna do? Doomblade? Yeah, I will shuffle that back into my library and make a clue. Ren and 7. Well, at least we have another Brutal Cathar in our hand. To kill the Ren and 7. So that's nice. Just an easy way to take out the Wrenn and 7. Settle the Wilds again. They have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 drop to find. Interesting. Let's crack this clue, see what we find. I'd like to find a land here. No land. Well, it's Captain Eberhard. Get him for 6. Memory Deluge. Alright, opponent, what do you got? What's your 7 drop? Choose the battlefield. If you cast from your hand, return all permanents to their owner's hand except for giants, wizards, and lands. Okay. That's a big old boy. Well, we will get rid of the big old boy. Let's get rid of these 3 cards. Key to the archive again. It's an interesting 7 drop to play. Memory Deluge again. We'd really like to find a land here. Can't find a land for anything. Well, let's see what's in their hand. Day of Judgment Double Coma. I don't think we can beat Double Coma. I do not think that we can beat Double Coma. Got a Brutal Cathar to take care of 1. But unfortunately, there's not much we can do past that. Well, I guess we have double Brutal Cathar. But then they clean up our board and, like, they get a Coma back. They get a giant, Cyclone Summoner back. So we're in a really tough position here. There's the first Coma. Resolve. Man, can't find a land for anything. So I imagine they're gonna tap down the Elite Spellbinder here. No. Okay. Another Memory Deluge. I mean, if they Wrath of God here, we just lose. Looks like that's exactly what they're gonna do. What do you got, opponent? So I don't know that we can win here. We get to Brutal Cathar, but doesn't help that we've been stuck on 4 lands this entire game. there's a land. Well, we'll start with the Brutal Cathar. On the Coma. And then we will Antique Collector. Interesting. I wonder how that interaction works ×2. It doesn't work ×2. There's the Coma. Get in for 10, we will take it. Grizzled Huntmaster doesn't do much for us, especially not the second copy. I think we're just dead here. Yeah, I mean, seems fine, I guess. Hello. Why is everyone saying hello today? Everyone's being super polite. Played out on green. Attack, boast. Go. I wonder if they're playing humans as well. Brutal Cathar. Well, Grizzled Huntmaster. Interesting. We will exile the Grizzled Huntmaster to get Inquisitor Captain. Right there in front. Paladin class, okay. Antique Collector is a nice draw. That'll be very good for us next turn. Tap our 4/3. Yeah, we'll play an Adeline. Seems good. Ooh, bummer. Let's get rid of the Brutal Cathar. I don't think it's going to be very good in this matchup. Oh my gosh. You conjure a copy, you don't... That's insane. Give us some Wrath protection here. Vanquish the Horde. Costs 1 less to cast for each creature on the battlefield. Oh, that's unfortunate. Let's get it for 4 here. Oh, that couldn't be blocked. Oops. Should have attacked with both. No, we will just Brutal Cathar. Get rid of this, and I think that's lethal. Beautiful. If you enjoyed today's video, please be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content just like this. I would really appreciate it. Any bit of engagement goes a long way for me. Just remember, I love you. Have a wonderful day.